Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to take a look on Mortal Kombat 1 on SteamDeck. I know there have been already videos out, and this is not only the reason that I chose to do this video, not just because time has passed and see optimizations, but to explain some things because people just run some benchmarks and they don't even understand what they're seeing themselves, and the people that are watching, again, they don't really understand what they are watching as well. So I will try to do a little bit better job than that, and yeah, let's go. So first of all, I will show the settings that I'm running. I have tried various different settings, and I chose for this one to be, let's just go to here, the textures to remain on medium, the filtering off, everything else low and off. AA doesn't even let you, I think, choose because of the FSR. But either way, these are the things that I have done. And the benchmark, you know what? You want to see the benchmark? Might as well see the benchmark. Doesn't really matter because the benchmark itself doesn't tell you the story of what exactly is going on. This is just a benchmark for the PC itself to acknowledge that game-wise that hey, you can play this game online. That is what really this benchmark is, and it's quite inconsistent to be honest, because I have run it many times, giving me with the same settings, giving me 46, then giving me 49, then giving me whatever else. So it's not 100% accurate or consistent itself. So like before this video, it gave me 49. Now it gives me 45. So that is not really 100% the story of the thing. And I know already you're skeptical, you're watching this, or this, what the fuck this guy gonna babble about. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look first on practice, okay? And we gonna start explaining some things. So first, yes, running below 60 is not ideal for a fighting game. I see a lot of people trying to push this game, putting it just on the lowest settings and hope that, oh yeah, this is how it's gonna perform the best. That's not really the situation here. I have FSR quality because keep lowering the rendering quality just makes it look like pixels, and it looks ugly even in the small display. Now, what you see here, you're gonna see it probably in your monitor, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this looks ugly," but when you're playing it in the small Steam Deck screen, it's not ugly at all. And yeah, that is one of the reasons that I chose to have the medium textures, because it still works fine. So you see on the benchmark it was showing way different FPS even on this that is the same stage, because some things are just different here. So whatever benchmark you do, whatever, if you're playing also online, the stage is gonna be different all the time, so you're gonna have inconsistent performance just because the stages perform very, very differently from one another. Now, what does this? I think this here kind of shows very easily what is going on. These animations. So the way that it works in fighting games, you want to have consistent 60. On other fighting games, except this one, because this one has the flexibility per se to render the animations faster or slower to kind of match the speed that it's supposed to be, but it's running on a lower frame rate. So if it makes sense, the term is frame skipping. And if you have ever emulated, you know what this means. It means that the game doesn't run on 100% accuracy, but it looks smooth because it skips animations, but like it speeds up some parts of the animation, but it still like looks normal. So here you don't really see it. So like you see some artifacts here, like how sped up it is to go up and down. It's skipping part of the animation because the performance is inconsistent, and that is, for me, that is fine. If you are getting the game on the Steam Deck, you're not trying to become the best player in the world in that game. You just want to play the game. And if you're playing single player in here, because Mortal Kombat has a lot of single player and they know that they cater to people that play single player, like towers and the other new system that they have on this one, which is the invasions. And a lot of people just play and grind in there and they just have fun time and that's it. They don't even go online. For me, I do go online, but I'm just not good at this game. So, I wouldn't say that the experience is bad because of that. Like, so we have the frame skipping here. If you had any other fighting game and you had this frame rate here, the character would go in slow motion. But because they have made it with a different engine, probably an engine that works also on action games, I would say, for Mortal Kombat, it definitely, you can see that some things are just speeding up to be on time. So like it speeds up the animation, and what happens is that there is no consistency as if you're trying to be super precise about something. So like if you're waiting to throw a meaty punch or something on the wake up, and because it frame skips, it's not accurate. You cannot be accurate, but you can play around that. That is the thing here. If you know what you're dealing with, you can try and play around it. For me, this game is extremely fun because of the characters. I know that many people be like, who cares, whatever. Mortal Kombat is not good and this and that. But for me, I cannot say that, even though like a lot of people hate this game and hate the port, I cannot say, because originally I had it on even on my PC day one, and I refunded it because it was playing like garbage even on my desktop. And you know, they have come so far. I think, to be fair, Steam Deck compatibility is like on the lower half of their list, like to be completely 60 FPS optimized and everything. But it's not like that this is unplayable, and I can understand why they have it verified now. I truly can understand why they have it verified, even though it's not perfect, because verification on Steam Deck doesn't really mean that the game is perfect. And in here, let's just go and see me getting buzzed online. I think that will kind of give the idea a little bit better than me trying the one BNB combo I know for this character. So just to say one more thing, again, I'm very garbage at this game, but it is what it is. I still like to play a little bit around it. So you're gonna find the mods, searching for the mods. Even if you are on Wi-Fi, you don't really get extremely jittery experiences unless you go for like connections above 150. So when it goes to like around 200 milliseconds, there you are like in for a bad experience. And if you see it going up and down, probably it's not going to be the best. Now let's hope, because I'm in Australia, let's hope that people are playing on other regions, because right now it's afternoon in Australia. So let's just say a little bit more while I am doing this. Normally, I would say that this game would be unplayable. It's unacceptable to have below 60 FPS, right? And you can even see from the opponent that how much they benchmark on FPS and how much ping you have with them. They have definitely improved it. For me, I can't say that it's anything crazy. Like, I like what they did, because at the start you couldn't even see what connection you had. So you're definitely getting a better experience what they had day one. And let me see getting trust online here. It's gonna be funny, I guess.
You seem reasonable. Stand down or die.
And you also may be able to see, um, yeah, you see like the animation kind of cut off there. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, damn, this game. Yeah, as you can see, I'm pretty bad, so don't expect any advice. Any advice from here. Oh, oh. But you see, the experience still, like, you don't have the artifacts. Usually for me, when I play fighting games, the experience starts to become bad when you have the artifacting. And when you have the artifacting, is very, very annoying. You know what I mean. If you have played any fighting game, even with rollback, and you start seeing questionable things happening and you slow down in time, that is not what is happening here. Even if you have, like you see, I have like 40 FPS going down. What is getting affected is my input latency. So when you have inconsistency in your frame rate, what it really affects is your big combos. So like it's harder to do this, to do and connect your combos. But in reality, because Mortal Kombat also has the input timing thing that you can have it on long, this is probably measures that they have done to combat these situations, that with latency and with people not being able to easily cancel like super moves. And that is why I think that it's still fine playing here. Like you can get smashed now. I'm very bad at this game. I'm very new at this game. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna be like an unplayable experience. But for me, I'm pretty sure this is playable. I cannot say that this is something unacceptable or something that is you cannot play at all. You can have fun here. Can you be competitive? Can you play like a tournament in this thing? No, obviously not. But no one is gonna try to do that. And in my opinion, that is kind of what is getting lost with so many videos that are being made for this. The moment that it's shown on the graph that is 40 FPS, it means that it's bad. But in reality, it's way more complex than that. A lot of people giving bad leap to the developers, but I think that the situation is not as easy as as very straightforward as people want it to be. Because for me, I definitely feel that there is something that you can do, and here they have done something. They have done the thing with the frame skip, and you can still experience the game. You can have some casual fun or ranked fun online. Even though I'm getting bust, like who cares? It's an online game, like who cares? It doesn't really matter, and that is really the thing that you should take away from this. This is not perfect. This is not something that you can say that you're gonna be like the best player in the world, but it's something that you can log on, you can play with randoms, you can play with your friends, and still have fun. It doesn't matter uh, as long as the experience online is not completely bad, which is not. Like I think you saw, right? This was with 100 ms, and I was with Wi-Fi on SteamDeck. This alone should tell you that, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought, maybe it's not that terrible, maybe I understand why it has the verification status it has. And I know I'm saying all this, it's not like I'm making excuses for the game. As I said, I got it at the start and I refunded it. And now I got in again because I wanted to play with the cool characters that they have on the roster. But in reality, I thought that I would only be able to play, some invasions and some towers and that's it. But you can definitely even play online if you so choose to. I think people are being a little bit too harsh on the game for that reason, and maybe justified because there were a lot of issues with the game itself and with the port on PC. But I don't know. For me, I cannot really be too harsh. It's still a fun game. You can get it very cheap right now. I think it's like 20 Australian dollars on sale, and I think you can have fun with this, and it's gonna be an experience that people, I think, will appreciate over time. Well, that is it. Something also that I wanted to say. This is something else that you can do here if you really want to. Now, I don't try to do this, but if you want to get like the absolute something that probably could be like the best for you, you could have the FPS limit in game to be 40. Now what this will do is, I don't want to do this on the recording here because it's gonna look ugly and I don't want to show it if it's gonna look really ugly, um, because it won't match with my hairs on the screen. But if you do this on the Steam Deck and you have it on 40 and you have it on 80 Hz on OLED or on 40 Hz on the LCD, you may be able to get way more stable frame rate. So even if it frame skips, you will at least have a consistent performance and it's gonna look smooth because it's on 40 FPS, right? 40 Hz. It's not gonna be like you're playing on 30. This, never do this. This is bad. Don't do this. But for 40, I think it could be an argument that it could be playable and very good at that. 30 is very bad for fighting games. I wouldn't recommend, but 40, because of the smoothness at least, it will feel way better. And the farther obviously you go with the FPS, you're gonna have lower input lag. But here we are talking about on the 60, is either you're gonna have quite inconsistent input lag, but you're gonna have the best experience, like what it looks like and what how it works. And on the 40, it's gonna feel a little bit less smooth, but it's definitely gonna be something that it's playable. And it will look smooth to you on the screen on the Steam Deck. If you play this on docked, never try to do this because it just will look very bad on 60 Hz. Anyway, this was the video. I hope you learned something from here, and I did as well because I never played it before on Steam Deck. I had it on my PC, as I said, and it was working garbage on my PC. And because of that, I was like, refound. And yeah, now it looks better. I think it definitely works fine if you want to have some casual fun on the Steam Deck. And you don't have to be like, oh no, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's not perfect, but what game is perfect on the Steam Deck, like in these kind of things? I don't know. This is just my opinion. You can definitely have a different opinion, but having this experience portable, come on, come on. I think for $20 it's worth. Anyway, this was just my opinion. If you like this video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. And have a great day. See you next time.